Alright, I'm just gonna show you to get started up streaming without having to use NVIDIA's thing. So I use StreamLabs OBS. I used to use OBS Studio. It's more like older, like refined, let's say. Has like more, like probably a little bit more features, if not the same as this one. This one just is a little bit newer, so it might be have a little bit more like bugs or something. But it has the alerts built into it. So you should want to start by downloading StreamLabs OBS. So just StreamLabs OBS. Just go to StreamLabs, download the beta, yada yada, do all that crap, and then install it. So once you have it open, you're not going to see anything. You're just going to have a blank. It's going to look like this, or you might be on this screen. I'm not sure what screen it puts it on by default. Probably this one, I imagine. So on the top right, you can log in, I'm assuming. Here, let me log out to make sure. Yeah, on the top right, you can log in. So you should want to pick whatever you're going to want to stream to. Since you seem to be streaming to YouTube, you just pick YouTube. Let me log in. Okay. So, see for me, so I logged into my YouTube account, I just didn't want to put my information. And now for me, I technically have two accounts, right? So I have, this is my Gmail, which is like what I use to log into YouTube and all, or like not YouTube, but like Google, and like everything syncs to this. But I have like a secondary, I don't know why, I'm not sure how it would show up for you. But then I have a secondary one that says Killer Bunny. This is actually my YouTube, if you see YouTube Google Plus. This is specifically my YouTube channel. So you want to, I'm not sure, like if you have two, or if you just have one, click the one. If you actually has like two, and like one actually has like a YouTube or something, click on like the one that you know is your YouTube one. Just allows, basically just lets you gain access to it. Wants me to sign in, I'll sign in with this. What the fuck, I just did that. So that's weird. Okay, there's no point. What the fuck? So it's supposed to, there we go. See, there we go. It's supposed to do that. I'm not sure why I had it pop up before. So now that you're logged in, what you will want to do is first of all, actually I'll explain all the different things you can do with it. I won't like go in depth and actually show, but I'll just kind of explain what you can. So when you go to the dashboard, you can also access the dashboard through their website, like online. You don't, but this is just, it has it built in, so you don't need to. That's why I've been using it, just because it's all like, I was using these alerts anyways. So we'll start from my account. The dashboard's this. It just shows you like a statistics amount, your donation, YouTube subscribers, blah blah blah. My donations, my members. I think it's like sponsors. Eventually, there's once you're big enough, like you have like integration to that. Shared access is if you have like say like a channel manager or something, or a channel editor that edits videos for you, so you can just like, you don't actually need to give him your information. You can just add his account to it. This is more like for the API settings is all just for like third-party programs, and like say for like this one, a bot. This is like a chat bot. So a chat bot can just pull information from this. So like say you can pull, you maybe your donations, or pull certain info. So you can like say, for the reason I was doing it was so that anyone who's like subscribed, it would say in chat, hey, thank you, welcome to, or thank you for subscribing, welcome to my like stream, or welcome to whatever. The donation settings, whoops. So there's PayPal, credit card. These are all meh. I really wouldn't fuck around with all that. Oh, here's what I was talking about actually. Okay, so that's how you do it. So you just put in all your shit, put in your currencies. This is pretty self-explanatory if you just run through it. I'd probably quickly, before you start streaming, just run through all this, set up like a base, just like something real quick at least to have. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. You can customize it, like really customize it later to your own preferences. So account settings, just link. I'd probably go in and link your shit. I'm not sure if like what it means by being primary, but well, I would just make your YouTube primary. I always stream to Twitch, so I guess that's my primary. Integrations. This is just more they're like linking accounts. So if you have like Patreons, or this is a Razer Chroma, maybe like it'll show you, like show the stream what's happening, like maybe, I'm not sure, but like I guess has integration through that. Game Wisp. Another Game Wisp is, it's like another, yes, yeah, it's like another alert system. More like stream shit, like Discord. If you have your own Discord channel, you want people to join it. So alert box shows, for one, you can actually set a theme if you want. There's some like preset themes you can choose from. The alert box shows your donations, your subscribers. I'm not sure what this members are yet. Maybe sponsors. I know super chats like your donations in YouTube. And the merch, whenever someone buys a shirt, you can have it. And then this is just, if you go through it, it's kind of self-explanatory again. It's just different settings, how long you want the alert to like show up on screen, or like this is delay. So like when someone subscribes, how long do you want this alert to pop up after they've actually subscribed? Do you want like 5 seconds? Do you want it to happen immediately? So then you can set individual, and this one you can actually go in and set like specific pictures here. Oh, I guess mine reset, but I did have, I think, this. I had
Contact turkey! Contact turkey!
what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Well, that's the thing, I guess. See. Uh-oh. Why are you still playing? Oh, God. Alright. But that's what I had my shit as. Like, whenever it says someone, subscribed. Oh, that's why it says on my Twitch. This is YouTube settings. That's why it's reset. Makes sense. I should have done Twitch, just to show my settings a little bit. Oh, well. But yeah, so you just do something like that. Like, I made these myself, actually. I just, like, made, like, it was like a video. Or it was a GIF, and I just kind of made it into a smaller GIF. Let's see if you look, easygif.com, resize. And then I just kind of, I grabbed a song, cut down a snippet of it with like a program. Once again, you can just pick, there is like stock there, see? So you can choose a bunch of stupid bullshit sounds. A lot of different images you can choose as well. I don't know why, just cause like I would stream to Twitch, I did like meme heavy ones. The goals. This just shows like a goal bar, and you can kind of choose which one you want. Stream boss. It'll show up like on your screen somewhere, like top left or someone, and like I think it'll be someone in like the chat. It'll pick randomly. And anytime someone like donates, like I think here, yeah, anyone who donates or like subscribes or follows, any like interaction basically, will hurt the boss, and it's, I guess, a way to engage your community more. Some people have it. I just feel like it's clutter on the screen. The event list is basically similar to the alert box, but instead of it just always popping up, it doesn't pop up and like have like sounds or anything. From my understanding, I don't think it plays any sound. It's just like a text box overlay, and like it'll pop up the latest like interactions. So if it's like bits or donations or a follow, it'll pop up. Really, it's up to you what you want to use, whether like event list or alert box. I think more people end up using the alert box usually rather than the event list, but just your preference. The jar is an overlay that'll show up on the stream, and every time someone donates, follows, blah blah blah, it'll like, something will like come flying by, like it'll be like blah blah blah, the little message was like X amount of, or like, I think you can set it actually. You can just make it like have text. Yeah, see, you can make it not show text or show text. But basically, it'll have like a little icon that floats by, and it'll actually like drop into the cup. As the cup gets fuller and fuller, whenever someone donates, it'll like smash into the cup and like explode the cup, and like not explode the cup, but like when it bashes down, it'll send all the other things flying out. And I guess, I don't know, something, once again, just a little interaction for people. donation ticker. Same thing as like the event box, as we were saying, but only for donations. Chat box, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It just shows everything. You can make it show the badges, so if you have like subscribers, if you have emotes, this is like there's some Chrome extensions that add extra emotes. Can make that band. Anyways, pretty straightforward. Viewer count. If you want to show how many like viewers you have at any given time, like on the screen, I guess, for other people. I don't know, a little interaction again. A spin the wheel. So basically, you can make it like so. You can use it so you can have like other people win stuff, I guess. Like their water bottle from your merch store. Man, a wish list. So you can add like items off like I think Amazon and shit onto a wish list, and like you can have like you can show the wish list. I think in the Twitch, like, or in like in the description or something, you can have like a link. Yeah, there'll be like a link to it, and someone can buy something off your fucking wish list for you. It's crazy that people do that, in my opinion. Credits, I guess, is just like a newer thing that after you've ended your stream, you can, you know, like just show a little credit scene for the lulz. You just have like donators, subscribers, moderators, shout out whoever you want, basically. Sponsor banners. So basically, if you have any banner like sponsors, you can add it in. This is the media share, so people can basically donate clips of video. So like, it depends on how much they donate. So like, if they donate $1, they can only say maybe send you 10 seconds worth of video, or like something along those lines. But yeah, they just a way to show like send, so people could send videos. Chat bots, basically, as I was saying, someone like they have their own chat bot now where you can just have it and like it'll automatically be like, hey, welcome to the stream. And like anytime someone comes in or when they subscribe or donate, it'll say it in chat like thank you as well. So that's basically all that, all the widgets and shit you can do with it. Now the themes, blah blah. So I'll go through the themes actually. Basically, it's just like certain themes that you can have set up, like pre-set up for you, and then you just need to edit the shit in. Basically overlays. So like, let's click on this one. Actually, no, let's not click on this one because, well, let's click on a game that we're more familiar with. PUBG. Okay, that's a fucking terrible bitch. Well, you know she's a female gamer. Fucking taking up 90% of the screen, bitch. What the fuck? There shows like some like Fortnite. If you ever stream Fortnite, like here's some where so like before you like. So basically, what a lot of like people like to do is start their stream up and give time for viewers to like say like, instead of just like it showing you just being AFK on a screen, you can actually say put this scene up right here. So then this will just show up on your screen right here. And then it gives like, say you can do this for like 5-10 minutes. People will at least be more accepting of this because they're like, okay, like they understand that you're getting time to set up and like share the stream, put it out on social media and shit. People are more understanding that you're doing that. So like stuff like this is like eventually what you probably would look for. So you're gonna want to click on editor after. Alright, so right away you're gonna have nothing here. So what you want to do is click add new scene. Whatever game you're gonna stream, just call it that. So I'm just gonna do a temp game because I'm not sure. So if it's like say Tomb Raider, you'll put Tomb Raider, Fortnite, etc. I get you. I assume you understand that concept. That's pretty much just that. All right, and now the ad source. Now the source is basically like the main thing. Whatever. The source is what's going to be showing on this, like your actual stream. The scene is just like, imagine if it's like a folder, like that's like the parent folder, like this is the main folder, and this is just like the files inside the folder in a way, and these shit will just show up on this. Alright, makes sense, hopefully. Image, so this is like the standard which you can add, and this is all your widgets. So I went through like all of these, so once you set up your alert box, all you gotta do is just do this and this. Just already have one like set up. But then, bam, you just set it up after like you add it, put it where you want it to show up, and bada bing, bada boom. Like simple as that. That's why I like this one a little bit better than OBS. OBS is a little bit more work to it, having to like rather than just having to click that. Anyway, so I'll just go through this side then, because you pretty much already know what, you should know all this stuff. So image, just add like a straight image, or if you have your own overlay, that's generally how you'll do the overlays. You'll just add like the image on, and then just make sure you have it like set up right. So browser source, so this is what you can add like, basically yeah, websites, HTML things, image slideshow. So this is basically more for like those banner. Actually, hey, it doesn't even have no there sponsor banner. It's basically in essence the same shit you can have as that. So it just loops through fucking. Well, you know what an image slideshow is. That's like the old way of having to do it. But I guess with the sponsor banner, I'm not sure why they even have it. Display capture. So this captures your entire monitor. So like if you were to like say with like how this is full screen. If this is like this isn't full screen, but like when you're in a game, it takes full screen and like you can't even like access your taskbar. So when you alt tab, it'll show you when you alt tab and everything. So like they'll see like your like main desktop and shit. Like they'll see what you're clicking on. So you probably won't. I suggest unless you have like. I suggest not even doing that, to be honest. Unless like you're trying to show something off on like your monitor to someone. Alright, so the game capture is the one that you're going to want to use over the display. So you're just going to click on it, add it. You want to make sure the game's running in the background before you add the game capture. So we'll just do this. I usually just like putting that to game cap or whatever, I don't know why. So I'll do that. I usually go to any specific window and then click on this and then find the game. So in this case for Fortnite it'll be called this. It'll show like the actual process name and then it'll show their name. You'll just click on this part and then bam. This is all just like extra shit. You don't really need to really bother with any of this really. I just keep it all the same and then just click it and bam. Audio input capture. I'm not sure why this is here. So I guess this is maybe for like, I'm not sure. Maybe if you have like an extra person and it's like like say like a podcast. So you have extra mics attached. So you need other people talking and you want to be able to like mute them and like mute other people. Anyway, so scene, you can add like another scene into your scene. So I can add like the Path of Exile or whatever. Like, I'm not sure once again why you'd want to do that, but whatever. They just have different things. Color source just adds like a fucking like a filter basically, not sure why. This you can add your own like videos or sound clips. Text, basically you just show text. Pretty simple. So like say what you can do is with text. If you really want, you can just have it like yourself. Just be like wins 1. And then after every time you win, just if you just remember to alt tab and come back and then just double click and just do that. You can do that for like a win counter yourself, but you're gonna have to actually think of it every time. You're gonna have to do it regardless. There's no way, because there's not like, I don't think there's really a way, like, unless there's like bots now. I'd have to look into that, but I doubt it. Window capture basically is just like any same thing as game capture, but for any window. So like it'll capture like this, or like say if you have Chrome open, it'll capture this, like this window specifically, or if you have like a folder open. Video capture device, that's for your like webcams. You see here your webcams. This one's also a link for capture cards. Audio output basically just supports desktop audio, so like speakers. I'm not sure once again why you'd want this. Yeah, I guess for like music, and then like say so like in between games when like you're in like those lobbies, like the waiting lobby, you can put on music, and then right when the game like you just like drop, like in Fortnite you drop in, you can fucking put like stop the music. So the only thing you need to worry about is the placement in which you have the thing. So you always don't want your game capture on the very bottom, and like the alert box and the overlay is above. When you have it above, this is what happens. Like, so anytime someone subscribes or something happens, you look, it's not actually showing up in that alert box. But then when you put it above the cap, now it shows up. So that's the only thing you really need to worry about. Other than, yeah, it's the only thing. We're gonna go into settings real quick. So, check this if you, I check this. This, the snap sensitivities you're seeing when I was clicking on stuff. That's basically like after like when I get close to like the edge, it snaps to it. Okay, stream. This is all set up for you. You don't need to do this. You need to bother. That's why you log in with like the YouTube. It pulls all that for you. Alright, once you're in output, you're gonna want to put the output mode from simple to advanced. The streaming audio track, just leave it 1. For the encoder, the software X264 is actually encoding with your CPU, and the NVEC one is encoding with your GPU. You probably just record with your GPU, or sorry, encode with your GPU. It really comes down to whichever one's more powerful. If you're on like if you're streaming off like one PC, I would probably just check that. You don't need to keep that checked. Uncheck rescale. For the rate control, you're gonna want CBR, which is constant bitrate. And what that means is gonna try and always keep it at whatever bitrate you tell it to be. So the ideal bitrate is anywhere from 2500 to 3500. And if you get 10 or higher megabit per second internet or like upload speed, you're gonna want to use 3500 guaranteed. If you get like 7 to 8, 2500 is good. If you do get like a little lower than 7 to 8, then the lowest I'd go is probably 2000 with that. So it's just kind of finding whatever is like best for you generally. So for the keyframe, I just leave it at 0, the auto. For preset, I would definitely leave the put the preset to high quality. I put the profile to main. None of this really like matters all that much either. I would just put the auto or level to auto. And the 2-pass encoding, I would leave that check marked. So what 2-pass encoding means is it basically runs the image, or like not the image, but whatever you're recording, or whatever it's recording, through the encoder twice. So basically, it just makes it a little bit more like better quality and whatnot, at the cost of obviously the processing power. You're gonna want to leave the GPU at 0, which just detects which GPU. Oops. And then the B frames, leave it 2. Alright, for recording side, I'll just still go through this, even if you're not gonna record with it. So just leave it at standard. You can put the path wherever you want. I'd leave the format on MP4. For the audio track, I'd put this one for 2. And the recording, same thing as the streaming, so I'm not going to go through that. For this one, you can use, it's the same thing, so you can use the bitrate. I use, because it's a recording, and you don't need to worry about the actual bitrate and like your upload speed, I tend to use this one. I can't quite remember what the CQP stands for exactly right now, but I just know that the way it like encodes, I guess, is a little better per se. And this is like a variable from like, I think it's like 2 to like 52 or something. They use like a number system for this instead of bitrate. And so you can kind of like, I usually use I think like 15 to 20 and just kind of like fiddle around that and see what's best for you. It just like gives you a little bit higher quality image and like recording, since you're able to do like actual like local recording and not worry about upload speed. So the keyframe interval you want to put at 0. Once again, preset high, profile high. You can leave this as auto or 5.1 if you want like the max. Once again, the 2-pass encoding. You can record and stream at the same time, but if you have like the 2-pass encoding on both, it's really gonna start hurting off of one PC. So I probably wouldn't do that. I would probably just do one or the other. Alright. And now the audio track. I kind of ignored it, but see for the audio track why I put 1 and 2. So at the bottom for here, you'll just name the first one stream and the second one recording. And then you can set like what bitrate you want it. I usually put the stream a little bit lower than the actual recording. And then before I go off into, actually we'll go into the audio now. And we'll set up just the audio devices, your desktop, whatever like your speakers or whatever headset you're using. Just click on that. Then the microphone, click whatever mic you're using.
Alright, and then before I go off into the other video now, I'm gonna go into the mixer here. If you look in the bottom right when you're in the editor. So when you go into the mixer, actually, you'll see, well, this. This will pop up. And this is just, this kind of shows you a little bit more monitoring. You're able to like monitor it, like your audio a bit more. Put it down to mono if you want. If you need to like sync or like offset something, whatever, you can put like the volume of what the thing is. But basically this is the more important thing. So like the whole 1 and 2 thing that we were just like putting. So we know 1 is for streaming and 2 is for recording. So basically what this means is specifically you're able to put specific like audio tracks or audios to specific tracks. So they only like show up on those specific tracks. So say for stream, we want our desktops, our game sounds, and our mic to show up on stream. But then maybe our recording, we only want game sounds and we don't want our mic. We just want the game sounds, like the raw footage maybe. So then we'd click that off. So when we stream, they'll still hear our mic and everything. But then on a recording, it'll automatically take out the mic and we don't need to ever worry about that. It'll just give us the actual raw footage. So that's kind of like how the audio tracks work a bit. So you're able to like do it once again, like then eventually you're able to like, if you have like 2 like audio, desktop audios, maybe you can have one as like your game sounds and then another is like say music. So you're able to play music, but then if you want a recording, you're able to take it off for like YouTube purposes so you don't get the copyright strikes. Alright, but that's that. So now we'll go back into the settings, go back down to the video now, because we passed audio. So you'll keep the base canvas at 1920 by 1080. You're going to want to output scale the resolution down to 720 though, I would. Unless you have like really good internet, I probably wouldn't leave that, or I probably would downscale to 720. And then for this filter, I'd put on the last one, which is the best option. And now for the like what you want, like how much FPS you want to stream at. Once again, your safe bet is to go at 30. 60 is going to be more hard, not really hard on your PC per se, but it's going to be more harder on your internet. So if you don't have like a good like upload speed, I'd probably just go to 30 to be safer. And all the rest is pretty straightforward. It's just setting hotkeys for, it's just setting hotkeys. This is just pretty much, yeah, all straightforward stuff. So you can just kind of go through that real quick. There's like, actually this one might be right here at the bottom. There's actually a QR code for your, it's like, I guess like a mobile app now. So it might be good for you actually if you pick up that mobile app. Alright, I'll just run through this live section last too. Actually, I just noticed it. So the live is just basically like a dashboard in a way. This is more useful once you get a second monitor. I'm not sure if the phone app might have one. I haven't actually used the app yet either. So yeah, you might want to check that out. But this just basically shows you more information without having to go in like the other pages. So you don't have to like say go to the dashboard to check out, or you don't need like extra programs up. This will show you all the people, like all the recent events. You're able to switch scenes from here. You're able to like change, like mess with your mixer if you want to mute stuff. The preview is nice in case like you just need to check anything out that's happening on stream. You're able to disable it so it doesn't use up like CPU. The redemptions, I think that's that's linked towards the giveaways, possibly. I'm not quite sure what the redemptions are. The music player, I think, is just when people donate like the songs and like the videos to you. I think they show up here. Yeah, here's the wheel. I know when you're spinning the wheel, it's supposed to give something, so maybe the redemption's linked to the wheel. I'm not sure, but this is also the live actions where you show the credits too. And honestly, that's pretty much it for this section. In the bottom left corner here, the only thing you really need to keep an eye on is your dropped frames. If you're dropping a whole lot of frames, like a lot, like frequently, I'd probably lower your bitrate then to something that's a little bit more manageable. So just, once again, it's all about finding like the sweet zone. So just keep trying around, and as long as you're not dropping an intense amount of frames, then you should be fine.